Hello everybody and welcome to a somewhat different mod from what we're used to. This is Silmarillion Total War. And today we test the balance of the unit roster because they need their balance tested. I think basically I'm going to go through all of the battle maps and try them one by one. And we're gonna try a different unit every time. This is gonna be us for the House of Feanor, the Stalkers of Thargelion detachment. Not sure. I believe it's the same. Well, no, because this one. The normal Stalkers have 10 missile and the detachment have only 3. Fascinating. Okay, so basically I'm going to throw each of these units at Sauron one at a time and see which one is the best at fighting him. I am enjoying the music, but it seems a little loud to me. I'm guessing this is the titular altar. I heard about the Rings of Power Season 2 leak. Let me just say, well, first of all, that I have not watched Season 1. I don't have Amazon Prime anymore. But what? That poor guy walking behind him has to wade through the dirt. That's not very nice. Anyway, I think it would be entirely possible for them to adapt, shall we say, the choices that they have made. Well, with that said, you guys, the guy is trailing. He's like a tail. The guy running behind Sauron is his tail.
I pray
pretty
the
much.
course of this battle changes, because defeat seems almost certain.
Anyway, people who have seen how they executed their choices in Season 1. Shut up, aide-de-camp. Nobody wants an aide-de-camp. People who have seen the way they executed their choices in Season 1, I don't think seem to like the execution very much. It's possible to execute any choice well, I just don't think they're going to. Can we just throw like one more? I'm gonna have to turn this music way down in post.
By the Almighty Lord, or a military genius, can bring us victory from this disgrace.
Actually, you know what? I can just turn it down here.
This defeat is a bitter drink to swallow. Next time, it will be our foe that sups from this most foul cup.
Yeah, so that didn't do it. Let's try the Arvernian. Nice. Very hard. And we'll try the full unit against him. Well, I do like this map. I don't think the hill bonus is gonna be enough to bother with. So we're just gonna stand here and shoot as soon as he comes into range. Yeah, I do not like this. I'm sorry. Having the little guy behind him just seems silly to me. I have been told that basically Sauron is an elephant in terms of like the mechanics.
Lord preserve us! We have lost half of our men!
Shut up! Is it possible? Will that... Okay! Why have I not just done that this whole time every single... Wait, hang on. Hang on! The Stalkers of Thargelion. Full unit, mind you, not the detachment version, but the just one unit of these guys with their javelins and then their axes managed to take him down. And we lost 86 of them. I feel like a Maiar, and particularly Sauron, probably ought to be able to handle a few more than 86. But then again, javelins are notoriously the bane of elephants, and what are you gonna do, just make him a really big infantry person? Ashes of Heathloom. Cool. Shieldbearers of Helivorn. I have a feeling that these guys are not going to fare so well. Basically because they... Oh. There's a random bridge here. Interesting. Basically because they don't have javelins. And I'm pretty sure that having javelins was crucial to those the other unit beating him. Let's do guard mode. Not sure how much difference it makes, but you know. You know, maybe the shield wall was not such a great idea. But it's good to know these things. Oh no, not our captain.
Attack!
Yeah. In some ways it makes sense for him to be an elephant, because it gives him an area of effect attack. Well, that's pretty cool. The Blood Basin. Amazing. Okay, so what did we learn? Maybe not a good idea to use the shield wall against him. The shield bearers of Helevorn were a little more along the lines of what you would expect of a unit going up against Sauron, whereas the stalkers of Thargelion did surprisingly well. And now it is the turn of the footmen of Himring. I'm thinking maybe we should actually try loose formation, because that's basically the opposite of a shield wall. Still carving through us like butter, though. I don't know if I'll ever get used to watching his little human tail back there. And there we go. Yes, indeed. Blue Mountain Pass. I love those. Okay. I wonder if the defenders of Aglon can handle him. They are pretty badass looking, but then again I am used to divide and conquer stats. Everything is bigger here. What would one even do with 2 Saurons? Oh, wow. Oh, yikes. Thanks, I hate it. No, this is actually really cool, but it's probably gonna be a pain to navigate. Okay, you guys have the big-ass two-handed swords. Let's see how well you use them. Yeah, this is actually a really cool-looking battle map. It's got a whole bunch of choke points and cool elevation that you could do tons of stuff with. Yeah, he's doing very, very well against them. I think basically the only reason that one unit did anything against him was the javelins, because every unit that hasn't had javelins has done jack all so far. Brethil Hamlet. Okay, Otorn Maitimo. Epic. Let's go with loose formation again, and go get him. Well, these guys are doing considerably better than, well, than the ones before them. I do quite like the model they're using for him. I think it suits him quite well. Well, I mean, they lasted considerably longer, and I think they got him rather a bit bloodier than the last ones. Den of Ungoliant. Amazeballs. This is gonna be freaky. I hope. The Accursed of Alqualonde. Spread out. This lighting is not great. I do think the battle map looks pretty cool, though. I wonder if it's possible to specify weather. If so, I should be able to make it stop raining. Or rather, make sure that it's not going to be raining. Oh no, there goes our guy, as usual. Yep. Utterly embarrassing. And by that, I mean they were up against Sauron. Desolation of Anfauglith. That looks cool. We are up to the Huntsmen of Thargelion. We're up to the archers, finally. If I remember correctly, I think these guys have a spear after they're done with their arrows. So we could be looking at the second unit ever to defeat him. Maybe. Potentially. No guarantees.
Units, await my orders.
Dang. It's official, the battle maps are always knocking it out of the park. Yeah, look. I've got a spear. Of course, arrows versus an elephant are not very useful, but what are you gonna do? I mean, they're called huntsmen. Maybe they have some kind of bonus against large critters. That'd be nice. One thing I'm noticing is that stamina does not seem very accurately balanced. We're just warmed up after running, like, most of the way across the map. And sure, you want your units to have some stamina, obviously. If you can't run, then you can't really fight. But you need... There needs to be a balance. I feel like this is either... like, it's vanilla at the very most challenging. Or possibly easier than vanilla, just in terms of the stamina that they've got. At least these ones are faster than he is. Okay, finally we're exhausted. Run! Just ignore that. Well, I said that, but now he's catching up. Okay, last shot, I think. Yep. Now if we can get him to just stop, then we can sit still and eventually fight him at full stamina, having already shot him as much as we're gonna be able to. Nope, he's not gonna. Okay. That means we just gotta... Why is the dust we're kicking up green? Is that part of the lore, or like... The dust looks green somehow, and I don't feel like that's on purpose. I don't know, maybe it's my eyes. Different people see colors differently. Usually on a recognizable gradient, though. Okay, so... for obvious reasons, they lasted longer, but were ultimately defeated. Dimbar. This place also looks cool. Archers of Himring. Sharpened stakes. Amazing. Of course, Sauron will just charge right through sharpened stakes because he is an elephant. Fitting, I suppose. Are you flexing on us? Is that why you're just standing there? I mean, by all means, go ahead. Eat our ammo. I prefer it that way. But why have you ceased? Don't you know you're immune to sharpened stakes? Oh no! He goes to the side! Okay, get him! And down we go. Yep. That sounds about right. The foothills of Dorlomin. The Rangers of Helivorn. Is it just me, or do they look like they have a javelin? If they do... Yeah, their missile attack is 14. I bet you that's a javelin. If so, then this is probably going to be the second thing that gets him. Let's find out. Dang! I love it. This is amazing. Epic. That's an absolutely magnificent hill. Not that you can just stand on any portion of it. Okay, run forward. Get him. First volley. Okay, the Rangers of Helivorn are definitely the best unit to send against him that we've come across so far. Sauron is so tough until you send javelins at him. Sindarin countryside, which for some reason we are not getting a picture of. But I like the sound of it. Okay, so far we have one clear winner that was able to take him out without losing a single guy. But that was the last of our foot people before we hit the siege. Now it's all cavalry. And I have a feeling that these javelin cavalry are going to have a similarly effective chance against him. Well, yep, so far Sindarin countryside looks really cool. Not sure why they need an obelisk in the distance, but, you know, whatever. Still looking cool. Oh, wow, dude, you sure have an overcompensating sprite, don't you? Wow. Wow, Sauron. That's kind of funny. Into range, and just javelin him. Huh. You know, I kind of thought we'd have him dead by now. Okay, try charge. And cycle. How much is our charge anyway? Oh, we have a pitiful charge. Yikes. We will actually be better against him just in melee, probably. Run away! Okay, well... Remember how the first unit we tried had javelins, but they failed? And then we had basically a larger unit with the same type of soldier in it, but a higher attack, and it succeeded? Well, I have a feeling we're probably gonna have another javelin cavalry, and it's probably going to do better. Dorthonian Highlands. Also looking fly, at least based on the screenshot. Riders of the Pass. I think these are archers, which means that they may actually not do anything like as well. Yep, cavalry archers. Good cavalry archers, but elephants really isn't what they're best against. Just shoot. And shoot. Run away. Walk. Keep shooting. I mean, he is bloodied, with less than half our ammunition gone, so I don't know, maybe they will bring him down. Okay, ammo gone. Time for a charge. How is our charge? Also, abysmal. Okay. It's not like they didn't do a good job. They are pretty cool, but they couldn't take down Sauron. Desiccated River. Nice. By which, of course, I mean horrible. Mounted Company of Himring. As opposed to the detachment that we had earlier. Yep. Although, these actually are the ones with the lower attack, so I don't know. Maybe they'll be utterly useless. We'll just have to see. At least with a javelin unit it should be over more quickly because they don't have as much ammo. Dang, though, I do like this. All the battle maps so far. Absolutely knocking it out of the park. Once again, terrible charge. Yeah. So far, we've only had one unit that was actually really good against him. Which makes sense. He is a Maiar. Maya? Is Maya singular? Guys, I'm not an expert on every single one of Tolkien's conlangs, okay? Just because I'm a conlanger myself doesn't mean that I automatically know everything about other people's constructed languages. The Dwarven Road. Which, again, we cannot see a picture of. Okay, Riders of the Pass. I'm not sure what the purpose of having these detachment units is. Are they going to be cheaper? Are they potentially generals' bodyguards? I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with the concept. I don't know why they would do any better, but we'll see if they do. More soldiers means more arrows, and more arrows means they might be able to take him down. But probably not, let's be real. Yeah. Who could have predicted that? Oh no. So the weather is down here in the bottom left, but it's grayed out. And I can't affect it. I can't choose my weather. Crap. Well. What we did see of it looked nice. Let's try the Dwarf Road now, which is distinct from the Dwarven Road. You know, you've got the Dwarven Road and then you've got Dwarf Road. Different things. And we have the Hunters of Celegorm this time. And they do have a charge modifier. A right, proper one. On the other hand, I believe they do not have any ranged capability, so we'll see how that goes. Charge after charge after charge after charge. Well, so far they do have a much better survival rating against him than most of the units have had. I believe that these guys are the bodyguard unit for Celegorm, hence being called the Hunters of Celegorm. One of Feanor's sons, besides Maedhros. Oh. That's the first non-javelin unit to get him. Only the third out of our entire roster. But get him we did. Dang. So the Hunters of Celegorm, they can do it. It won't be easy for them, but they can do it. Very good. And in Silmarillion, which just from the picture looks absolutely amazing. We have our last cavalry unit, Roqueni Magloro, the bodyguard of Maglor. Will they fare better? Probably not. Okay, they have a bonus fighting cavalry. He's not cavalry. Effective against armor. He does have armor, as I understand it. They frighten nearby enemy infantry. There's no infantry. Excellent morale. They'll need it. Very well armored. Not sure how much effect that has, but we'll take it. Can't hide. Because reasons. Too proud to hide. Very good stamina. Well, may Mandos have mercy on your souls. Don't get me wrong, there are things at which this type of unit absolutely excels. I just don't expect any of them to be fighting Sauron, who is secretly an elephant.
Move out! Move out!
I was wrong. I guess the armor really made a difference for Sauron. And we just bonked him on the head. Dang. He's always gonna look really strong or really weak, and it just depends on who he's fighting. But honestly, I guess that makes sense, considering that the one person who really managed to go head-to-head with him and put him on his ass was, in fact, a dog. Just like, what do we expect? It's gonna be funky. It's gonna be really funky. And in the woods of Nogrod, we try our ballista. This is gonna be so dumb. Why am I even bothering with this? Look, guys, if you don't hit him, then he's going to absolutely trash you. What are you waiting for? Where is he? Here he is. Get him!
Forward!
Like I said, you gotta hit him. Well, one of you did hit him and it didn't do anything. Nope. Well, they're doomed. Oh, he wrecked one of the ballistas. Dang. I assume he has, like, a shit ton of hit points. Yeah. We did hit him at least once, but it didn't make a difference. I should check how many hit points he has, actually. The other woods of Nogrod. Let's try the Scorpion. 15! He has 15 hit points. It would explain a few things, but not why our cheapest javelin unit, or second cheapest javelin unit, was able to beat him. Obviously there's only so many things you can do. I don't know if there's I actually highly doubt that there is any way to properly balance this. So far, it seems to me that they've already done basically the best job they can be expected to. Ah! Oh no! Okay, so that was definitely a crash. At first I thought it might have been the Scorpion that did it, but no, here they are, and here we are. But we're not on the battle map that I was trying to load that time either, so maybe that's what did it? This, I believe, is the desiccated river again, and look at this boat. That's epic. However, the paint on the side keeps rendering very differently. I think it's a question of spriting, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, almost certainly. Anyway, let's go ahead and conduct our test, and then we'll see if that map can load in with something else. Now remember, guys, you have to hit him. Hang on. Now remember, guys, you have to hit him 15 times. Ooh! Dang! Okay. Never mind, I was wrong. Either that or they... No, they did not shoot 5 times. Okay, well... That's twice I've been really surprised by a unit handling him very easily. Okay, so... I believe it was the second Woods of Nogrod. So... it's entirely possible that it could be this map. We'll see. I'm gonna check and see if we crash with just a normal catapult. Yeah, I think it's the map. Yes, it is definitely the map. Abso-motherfucking-lutely. Woods of Nogrod 2. Now I will inform... I mean, they probably already know, but I will inform the team that that particular map is the problem. Okay, there we go. Catapult versus Sauron. What map did I put? No. Let's not have that happen again. I want to see this Forfalas place. Well, it looks pretty cool. Oh my goodness, it seems to be having some problems though. Trees bouncing in and out of existence. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. And, neither... Shut up. Just be a little bit quieter, please. That's all I ask. Okay, This is gonna absolutely blow. And I don't mean it'll blow him away, I mean it's gonna... I guess it's not technically impossible that we could get some lucky shots on him with a catapult, but we would have to. We absolutely would have to. I was quite pleased with the performance of the Scorpion, though. Okay. Wow. I think that this catapult is a great deal more accurate than the ones in Divide and Conquer, because those ones could not have hit him to save their necks. So yeah, that's another major surprise in terms of how well it let... I can believe that it had the power to knock him out. I find it odd, however, that it had the accuracy to do so. That's pretty cool. Is it balanced? I don't know. But that's a thing you can do. Lastly, we have the trebuchet. This map is called the Frozen River, and what the? Oh my goodness. Step bro, what are you doing up there? Oh my goodness. So this is obviously some kind of joke, right? Ah! You know, somehow I missed the dragon the first time too. There's a big old papier-mâché dragon up there. It's a nightmare. This shit doesn't belong in Beleriand. Oh hey, the trebuchet can use sharpened stakes. Amazing. Well, you know, other than that though, the map does look pretty cool. Just get rid of the dumbass Santa Claus bullshit, please. Are we going to get another hyper-accurate / lucky strike, like your stepbro the catapult did? Doesn't look like it. What are you even trying to shoot at? Okay, okay. So, I don't really understand what you're trying to do here. Yeah. Well, Beleriand is doomed. Yeah. So the trebuchet is nowhere near as accurate as the catapult, unless of course the catapult just got really, really lucky with that one shot. Personally, I feel like most, if not all, siege equipment ought to be very accurate, but fire rather slowly, and on the campaign map it ought to have extremely slow movement, so basically you have to lay siege for a couple of turns while you wait for the catapults to catch up with you. Yeah. So that's the last unit for our Feanorians. We had some good surprises in this little excursion, this little scientific monotony. However, I suspect you probably want a somewhat larger battle. River crossing, yes! Okay. There's some interesting things in here too. Free-for-all, Halloween seasonal maps, Conquest. Well, let's do a river crossing first, and then take a look at some of these other things. Cape of Balar. Sure, why not? Now, these guys did surprisingly well. I like them. I want to use them again. And, that'll be that. For the rest of these, we will grab some sharpened stakes. And some shield bearers of Helivorn. And our opponent will once again be Tolin Gauroth, and they can bring whatever they want to, which does include Sauron, but they're apparently not making him their general? Can I? Okay. There. That's how that's supposed to be. Let's go. This is your river crossing? Oh my god. Seriously? A choke point this big is barely a choke point at all. Okay, well, let's go. You know, I actually forgot to check and see if they're even bringing... Okay, well they've at least got some wargs. Some cavalry for us to squash. Now that we've got the stakes already there, let's rearrange a little bit. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, this is why we prefer a proper river crossing with a proper choke point. Are you okay? That they're not gonna run into the stakes. They're just gonna throw their. Why do you have fire javelins? Seriously? Hello there, Hollywood. Actually, I don't know. Like, if Hollywood even would do that. Oh no! Ah! Yowza! Is that from these guys, or is that from him? I think it's from the Mangonels. Yeah. Yes, it definitely is. That's a cool projectile. Ow! By which I mean, thanks, I hate it. Let's get our general out of there. Can't really just cut around all this because they've still got some wargs that we need to worry about. Oh, goodness. This is basically how, Ow! Basically how the Noldor felt when they got over to Middle-earth and were like, oh shit, war actually sucks, doesn't it? Come on, come on. Ah. Ow. Oh, I suck so bad. I really, really do. Yeah, Sauron is absolutely squashing me because I did not put my army together very wisely, or set up, or anything. I never claimed to be good at the game, okay? I've repeatedly told you I suck at it, in fact. Plus also, new mod, who dis? Come on, squash them. Yeah. Nice. And get out of there. That was an excellent charge, thank you. I probably should not be angry that the AI has the good sense not to— oh, they broke us. Yikes, we are— I mean, we weren't gonna win. Maybe we can kill Sauron, but we are not gonna win. Probably. Almost certainly. If we do, it will be because we killed Sauron at this point. Certainly not because of my tactical acumen. I'm embarrassed for myself. I suck so bad. Hey, look at that, we got him. Huh? Splat! Okay, we routed those. Keep running. Warmed up. After all the running we've done, we're warmed up. Ah! Ugh. Oh no! Well, it's official. I still suck. What do you mean unresolved? I decisively lost that. Okay. Let's see if we can do something a little cooler. Which one was the... Again, they're all cool. Oh, I was gonna try... Well, there's a choke point for you. I was going to try one of these funky ones. Conqueror's Arena. More choke points. Cool. Doors of Angband. Here's the one everybody always does. Gondolin. I'm sure I'll try it eventually. Okay, well, let's do Conqueror's Arena. Sure, why not? Yeah. The PC has chosen our army for us, and the enemy's army for them, and this weather is balls. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Maybe they also... Freaky. Maybe they also have... Yeah, they also have a choke point / hill over here. But will they be using it? One does not know. Okay, well, especially being as inept as I am, I would have to be really stupid not to use this. competent generals can concern themselves with moving everybody forward and, holy crap, that's accurate. And having the whole battle out here if they want to. Me, I'm just gonna concern myself with, doing what I know. Guys. And squash these. And get out of the way of the wargs. Run away! Run away! We seem to be trading pretty well, but that doesn't actually mean anything. Basically, all we've taken out so far is crap troops. The worst infantry. Ah! Oh. Okay, well, you guys can go ahead and, run away. Yeah. That's definitely what I was going to say, and you can do it. I think we've got the room to squeak past these wargs now. Oh my god, it's mortar shot. Here we go. Hell yes. Okay, pull back before they send the wargs after us? Nah. Looks like we're doing fine. That catapult was so accurate against Sauron. Maybe it was just lucky. Or maybe the fire shot is making a difference. What hit one of our... I guess maybe one of their projectiles did? Lame. Don't you even think about it. Get the pit fighters. Smash! Ah! Routing? How? Okay, fine. Rout if you feel you must. Hey, did you hit something? Nice. Okay, stop firing. Well, they certainly all look very cool.
Attack quickly! Unit, march!
The AI is trying to flank us, and they are avoiding the sharpened stakes. I can appreciate that. I enjoy that.
Unit, march!
In Divide and Conquer, they almost never try to flank. Well, okay. If you make it really easy for them, then yes, they will take advantage of an opening you make for them. They will not, however, do this... Okay, finally, one of them died to the stakes. Usually... hi, hello there. As I was saying, in Divide and Conquer, usually they don't bother trying to flank, and they just go straight through sharpened stakes and die. The AI is taking a great deal more care. Well, they were, okay. Yeah, they were taking more care, but finally, those stakes prove their worth. Yes! That was very satisfying, especially after they had been so careful about them. Okay. So, stuff that you know works does still work, absolutely, in this mod. Here we are. I was wondering who hadn't routed yet. Well, but now they are, and the battle's still not over. So who is out here? Goddamn guys! Let's get 'em.
Move out!
Ah! That was considerably better. Not to say I did great, 'cause I didn't. I'm still not used to these units or the mod in general. I think one criticism I can definitely have for it so far is the stamina. Everybody needs to get tired a little bit faster. Now, personally, I wouldn't mind if units are quick to recover that stamina, just as long as they do get tired. I don't know, maybe it's balanced exactly how they like it. If that's the case, then more power to them, as long as it's on purpose. Personally, I would definitely nerf it, though. Yeah, see, with a choke point, I can do a lot better. Much, much, much better. Not entirely surprisingly, the Hunters of Kelegorm got the most kills. Of course they did, with all those charges. They probably could have done even better, though, under the command of a proper Kelegorm. Now we all have a much better understanding of the Feanorian faction under Maedhros. And if anything, we are even thirstier for a campaign to be ready. It's not ready, though. Not at all. You see this? Yes, there is a place where a campaign is going to be. There is even a map. I will show you. Yep. This sure is a map, all right. And it's a nice map, too. Mount Rerir. Well, that's a bit of an odd name for a settlement that's not on a mountain. We have shit all for public order. This guy's name is Karanthir. He has no skills. You could build land clearance, though. Land clearance. And here's Lord Moglor. Oh, hey. Can we move you out? We can move you out and see you have, of course, Roqueni Magloro. Yes. Amazing. Do we have anybody else? We have Lord Maedhros. In his absolutely tiny fortress of Himring. Nice. Otorn Maitimo. The one place that doesn't need to worry about public order. And here is Kelegorm. With the hunters of said Kelegorm. And over here we have Kurufin. Ah! Ye old Rome one peasant. But this unit is called the Uruhuro Atarinke. And I'm not 100% sure that we got to test that one. But, anyway, as you can see, this is not a proper campaign yet. It's just a place where a campaign is going to go. Let me see if I can toggle the FOW. Yeah. Throne of Morgoth. And here's the bad boy himself. Who for some reason has Otorn Maitimo instead of Balrogs for his bodyguard. Well, I mean, he does kind of look a little bit English. Is this seriously the furthest out we can zoom? Huh. Wow. Okay. Neato. Well, these are some nice mountains. Nice mountains. Dordungol. Gorgoroth. Wow, that river sure is sunken. But it should be navigable. I'm not sure what's up with this. This seems like very odd geography to me. My Silmarillion's right here, and there's a map in the back. No, I do not see anything quite like that. This seems odd to me. There's just like this, kind of this hill/mountain range that bisects the river here, and oh! Okay, I see it. There is something kind of like that on the map. How odd. Anyway, it's gonna be really interesting to play a campaign on this map when it is finally possible to do so. For now, however, it is not yet possible to do so, even if it does look astounding and beautiful and enticing. It's just not possible. So, turn that off. And now, you can't. Let me grab a settlement, building browser, barracks. You can't even recruit those units that we got to know just now. It's not playable whatsoever. There's even a little tree of Gondor on our flag, okay? This is not a campaign ready to play. Basically, nothing is integrated. Like, look what happens when we end the turn. We crash. Play well, folks!